afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of E.W. Jackson for America. It is 3:21. I'm not usually coming to you at this time, I know. So press share and please on YouTube, be sure to press like. We want to keep our subscribers growing. If the time ever comes that the people at YouTube come to their senses and allow us to monetize that account. So press share, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, let somebody know that I'm on, or even if they miss it, tell them, oh yeah, E.W. Jackson was on and he was talking about the Biden pardon. That's why I decided to come on. Now, I'm going to be gone all week because I'm going to be teaching at Charis Bible College at Andrew Wommack Ministries out in Woodlake Park starting tomorrow. So I'll be there the rest of the week. I've got a really busy end of the year. I thought my schedule was going to calm down after the election, but as it turns out, it has not. The pace has not slowed down at all. So I'll be doing that. But I wanted to, so I wasn't planning to come on at all today because I've got preparation I'm doing because I'm teaching about 7 classes. So I got preparation to do for all of that. But I decided in light of this pardon that I needed to come on and say something. So let me just share a few thoughts with you. I'm not going to do the full program or anything, so I'll be on with you maybe about 5, maybe 10 minutes. First of all, for those who are shocked by this, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be shocked, number one, because Biden is a consummate liar. I never believed him in the first place when he said he wasn't going to pardon Hunter. I just never believed him because he kept Hunter so close to him in the midst of all of his trouble, which to me meant he was keeping him protected under the wing or the shadow of the presidency. So I just watched his behavior. He didn't keep him at a distance. He kept him close. I mean, Hunter Biden lived in the White House a lot. So that told me he was going to pardon him, even though he kept saying, no, I'm not going to pardon him. But he just lied. But the man has a long history of lying. That's what he does. I'm not shocked by it. And to be very honest, I'm not really even troubled by it. Certainly not by the act of pardoning his son, because I put myself in his position and ask, if my son were in trouble and I had the power of the presidency to help him, would I do it? Obviously, you can't answer a hypothetical and know every particular circumstance that you could bring into that, but I'd certainly be inclined to help my own son. To me, that's not really the issue. Here's to me is the issue. And this is why I wanted to come on and say this. Hunter Biden is nothing but the shill for Joe Biden. Hunter Biden is a crook because Joe Biden is a crook. And he's taught Hunter and his family how to be effective crooks. How to cash in on politics. Because they don't have any money. They've never built anything, created anything, invented anything, innovated anything. They've never owned a business. They've never run a business. This is their business. And it's the dad who has been elected to several offices, well, Senate, Vice President, and President. But it's the dad who taught the son, who's never been elected to anything, how to cash in on politics. For me, Joe Biden really deserves to be in jail more than Hunter does. Because I really believe this is Joe Biden's scheme, not Hunter, which is another reason why I think the father, I would never be in that position because I would never put my son in a position of lying and cheating and to basically make some money for us. But that's why in some ways, I know Joe Biden was inclined to pardon Hunter because he knew that Hunter was only doing what he wanted him to do. That's number one. I mean, it reminds me of cases where somebody goes out and hires a hitman. The hitman does the hit and kills the person. And you got some juries at trial want to punish the hitman more than the person who hired them. Well, he pulled the trigger. Yeah, but he only pulled the trigger because this person, husband, wife, business partner, whatever, wanted that person dead and didn't want to do it themselves, wanted to try to shield themselves from it, so they go out and pay somebody else to do it. I mean, to me, they deserve equal punishment, or the person who perpetrated the thing in the first place is worse, because but for that, the person who pulled the trigger wouldn't have pulled the trigger. So to me, Joe Biden is the guy who hired the hitman, Hunter Biden. So, of course, Joe Biden is never going to pay a price for that. He's never going to pay a price for his corruption, and not in this life. He will in the next, but he won't in this life. So I'm not, other than that, I'm not going to waste any energy being worked up about that. I would point out though, the hypocrisy of these people claiming that Joe Biden claiming that the Justice Department is politically motivated to go after his son? Are you kidding? And these are the people who've been lecturing us about how great a job the Justice Department is, it's fair and all this, and they've been going after Donald Trump on nitpicky, minuscule nonsense, sending FBI agents with orders to use lethal force in going to collect so-called classified documents that he had after being in office as president of the United States. And Joe Biden's got the unmitigated gall to say, yeah, the Justice Department was just out to get my son. It's been very politicized. Duh. We've been saying that all along, and it's been politicized for Hunter Biden too. But had not a judge stepped in, they would have given Hunter Biden a sweetheart deal, and Hunter Biden would have been home free by now. That was what was supposed to happen, and a judge blew that up. But they were going to let him go scot-free. He was going to get a little slap on the hand and, be a good boy now, Hunter. So that galls me, frankly, more than the pardon, because the pardon doesn't surprise me at all. But then they would have the nerve to say that the Justice Department is politicized and it was being used against Hunter. Oh, Lord. So you wonder, do these people know they're lying? Are they that self-deceived that they really would say things like that and think they're telling the truth, and then they're oblivious to what they put Donald Trump through? After saying, no, the justice system is not politicized. Well, all of a sudden now it is. And Joe Biden is correcting that by pardoning his son. Oh, brother. Yeah, in my view, Joe Biden needs to be in jail more than Hunter Biden needs to be in jail, because Hunter Biden was a drug-addled idiot doing the bidding of his dad. Not that he shouldn't have been punished for it, don't get me wrong. But I believe Joe Biden deserves more punishment than Hunter, because Hunter Biden was nothing but Joe Biden's bag man, his shill. I mean, why do you think he was flying him to these places on Air Force Two? And I assume on Air Force One as well. Why in the world would he why would he have been doing that when he gets off the plane and does business deals? And then Joe Biden's telling us, I knew nothing about it. So folks, there's just my 2 cents on that. That it didn't surprise me, doesn't shock me. I'm not going to waste any time regretting what happened, that he pardoned Hunter Biden. My real regret is that Joe Biden himself didn't get what he should have gotten, which is he should have been charged with high crimes and misdemeanors. He should have been charged with corruption, because he knew exactly what he was doing, and he's now laughing all the way to the bank. All right, that's going to do it for me. I've got so much to do to prepare for teaching at Charis. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need to tell you before I go? Oh, if you're in the local area, on January the 20th, January the 20th is a pretty big day, of course I know, and you're one of those people who is not going to the inauguration, we're holding our 25th annual Martin Luther King Leadership Breakfast at the Delta Marriott 725 Woodlake Drive in Chesapeake, Virginia at 10 a.m. on Monday, January the 20th. You can get tickets at thecalled.org. That's thecalled.org. I hope you'll come. 25 years, it's a milestone. We've been bringing people together across racial and cultural lines, just like we do with Stan. The breakfast is a magnificent event. We're honoring 8 different people, including our first responders, police, firefighters, sheriff. You don't want to miss it. Everybody who goes always says, I love this. It was so uplifting and inspiring, and I'm coming back again next year. So that's January the 20th, 2025, our 25th annual Martin Luther King Leadership Breakfast. I hope you'll come. Go to thecalled.org to learn more. And if you want to be a sponsor, you can do that right online, thecalled.org. God bless everybody. Listen, you know what to do. Even though Donald Trump has won the race, and we're glad about that, we can't in any way slack. We've got to continue to be vigilant. So stand up, step up, speak up, and still refuse to back up. Because we cannot be defeated if we will not quit. Because we are on God's side. God bless everybody.